I have never met the Honorable Prime Minister of Barbados, Mayor Motley. But like the North Star in the distant skies, her lights continue to illuminate the world with her actions and decisive leadership. She is one the people of the Caribbean must be very proud of. Unlike Johnny Greaves, the CEO of Cricket West Indies, who thinks that for the West Indies to be financially sustainable, he needs to beg money down in Australia. Unlike the president of Cricket West Indies, Dr. Chris Marshall, who have not moved to take decisive action regarding reports in local and the international press about the head coach of the West Indies. This honorable lady have impressed me so much with her utterances, actions, and decisive leadership. Once again, she has summoned the head of the Barbados Organizing Committee for Cricket World Cup and have told him in no uncertain manner that Barbadian people must, without any ambiguity and with all the clarity in the world, she told Noel Lynch, who is the head of the Barbados Organizing Committee for the Cricket World Cup, that Barbadians must be able to purchase tickets manually at the Kensington Oval. She have made it clear that without this happening, there will be no World Cup matches in Barbados. Hello everyone, welcome to the show. I really appreciate your company and thank you for joining me. After summoning Noel Lynch and giving him the ultimatum, Noel Lynch have been speaking to the press. And I quote him, "The Prime Minister of Barbados had said not in our backyard. There is no way cricket can be playing in our backyard in Barbados and the people of Barbados cannot get tickets to buy. That would not happen here," said Mayor Motley. "That will not happen in Barbados." In January this year, there was a ballot, the commencement of a ballot to purchase tickets for the Cricket World Cup. I have received numerous calls, emails, and comments in the live comment section of this community. Not one person have told me that they were successful in getting a ticket from the ballot. Just before the close of the ballot, Philip Spooner, who is a part of the Cricket World Cup communication arm, issued a statement that there are some technical difficulties with the ballot system. That may as it is, I do not know of any person who was successful in getting a ticket from the ballot. 3 weeks or so ago, we were told that we can now buy tickets online. However, before that, they issued the packages where you can buy tickets for the venue. That means, for example, there will be 9 matches in Barbados, and so you'll be able to buy one package that covers all 9 matches. When you look at the packages online, the moment it was issued, and if you go online immediately to buy a package, you'll realize that all the cheap packages were sold out and only the expensive one were there. And you question the authenticity and the integrity of the process. So we were not able to buy any ballot tickets. We were not able to get the packages that were at the lesser price. And when the tickets finally went online, the same thing happened. The lower price tickets were sold out, it appears, even before the tickets came online. And Caribbean people were beginning to feel that although it is our taxpayers' money that is really footing the infrastructure and putting things in place, although we have been denied usage of the cricket grounds in the region, that somehow we were getting the feeling that we were being left out. And so the Honorable Prime Minister, in her ruthlessness as usual, stepped forward and said that Barbadians, once I am Prime Minister of Barbados, I am not going to facilitate this World Cup unless the people of Barbados are able to purchase tickets manually. No praises can be too high for this honorable lady, and all the credits must go to her for streamlining the thing in the proper way. Dr. Shallow and Johnny Greaves cannot do these things. And maybe when Mayor Motley leaves politics, we should be looking for her to take over as president of Cricket West Indies. So Noel Lynch continues by saying, we will be asking for statistics to tell us how many people went online from the Caribbean. Very good. How many people were denied through the ballot? Very good. Once we get those statistics, we are going to create some mechanism. That's impressive. So they're going to find out how many of us applied for ballots. How many of us went online and could not get tickets. And once we get that information, there'll be measures put in place that Barbadians can get these tickets at the booth at Kensington Oval. The World Cup is owned by ICC and CWI, but we are facilitating the staging of the World Cup. But it can only be facilitated in a way that Barbadians can feel they benefited and can get benefit now or in the future. Maybe I'm not quite satisfied with or there, I would have preferred and, but maybe that is just semantics. But the bigger issue here is that the Barbados Prime Minister had told ICC and CWI that enough is enough. Just cut the crap, just cut the bullshit, and ensure that tickets are available to my people in Barbados at Kensington Oval, or no World Cup cricket will be played there. As a result of the action of the Barbados Prime Minister, all the venues in the Caribbean, all other 5 venues including Barbados, will now have tickets available manually at the ground. Maybe not on the day of the match, but prior to the match, tickets will be available in all the countries manually, physically, so that the person who does not have the technology and know how to go online to get a ticket will now be able to go to the ticketing booth at the 6 venues in the Caribbean and purchase their ticket. More information will come on this, but high praises to the Honorable Prime Minister of Barbados, Mayor Motley. Thank you so much, lady. Thank you so much. You have impressed me once again, and your lights continue to shine like a beacon in this Caribbean community. I told you a week or so ago that Jamaica women will be winning the CG Super 50 tournament, that they're a class above the rest. Sorry about that. I can now tell you that with 1 round of the CG Super 50 remaining, that Jamaica, our champion, on 24 points, they cannot be caught. So Jamaica at this stage of the tournament are on 24 points. In second position on 14 points are the Barbados women. Guyana are third with 13 points. The Windward Islands women are on 2 points. The Windward Islands women, sorry about that. We'll see. The Windward Island women are on 10 points. The Leeward Islands women are on 2. And at the bottom of the table, the Trinidad and Tobago Red Force Divas. So Jamaica have won this year Women Super 50 tournament. They are going to win the T20 Blaze also. And with an election coming up for the JCA, and the Jamaican Scorpion have won the Super 50 in 2022. Last year, the under-19 boys have won the double. And now this year, the women are going to take the double again. And I remember, I think in 2022, Jamaica also won the T20 Blaze. It will be very difficult to beat Billy Avon. I think that Billy Avon is going to be returned as president of the Jamaica Cricket Association. So Jamaica have won this year. Although with one round of matches to go, they have won this year Super 50 tournament. Congratulations to the Jamaican girls, Abraham, led of course by Stephanie Taylor. In the matches yesterday, Jamaica played against the Windward Islands women. The Windward Islands women batted first in a match reduced to 45 overs and made 175. P.S. Etienne, I do not know her first name, she made 58 from 75 deliveries. She batted well. I love the way she struck the ball. And I believe if she can continue in this vein, she's definitely one for the future. Shidell Henry, the Jamaican West Indies fast bowler, took 6 for 31 from her 8 overs, including an hat-trick of the final 3 deliveries of the Windward Islands women innings. Yes, Shidell Henry, big up to you, Miss Henry, for taking that hat-trick of the final 3 deliveries of the Windward Islands women innings. When the Jamaican women batted, led by Rashada Williams, who stroked 72 from 101 deliveries, and Natasha McLean, who made 50 from 50 deliveries, Jamaica reached 176 for 7 to claim this year Women Super 50 tournament. S.G. Ross from the Windward Islands women. She bowled left-arm medium pace. I'm very impressed with her, and I'll be looking more at her. In the other match in the day, Guyana women made 156 for 8 with Shermaine Camber making 52 from 81 deliveries. Ramarak taking 3 for 26 from her 10 overs. The Trinidad and Tobago Divas were blown away by the West Indies under-19 captain, Amish Munisar, who took 5 for 15 from her 8 overs. Trinidad and Tobago Divas only making 95. In what could be argued as the match of the day, the Leeward Islands women made 255 with D. Saxana making 51 from 92 deliveries, Hector making 56 from 60 deliveries, and Captain Edwards making 55 from 45 deliveries, 55 not out. When Barbados women batted, they reached 256 for 5 thanks to Kishona A. Knight, who made 88 not out of 107 deliveries. Aliyah Alain made 59 from 55 deliveries. Barbados winning by 5 wickets. I am really surprised that Kishona Knight's sister, Casey Knight, who is captain in the Barbados team, I have not heard any disciplinary measures taken against her for her behavior in the match against Jamaica when Shadeen Nation was given not out and she threw the ball at the umpire. I cannot understand why she have not been disciplined or no actions have been taken against her. So Jamaican women have won this year's Super 50 tournament. And thanks to the Honorable Prime Minister of Barbados, Motley, tickets will be available at the ticketing booth in each of the 6 countries that will be hosting World Cup matches. I appreciate you being here. I'll just go through some of your comments very quickly now. Good morning, Juna Davis. Happy to have you here. Good morning, the champion. Good morning, Mikel. And Blair Boyd, good to see you, Blair Boyd. Why CWI management should beg money in Australia? They need to play more T20 and ODI in the region because Test cricket is not generating no crowds to make money. Okay, thank you for your comment, but that question, why Johnny Greaves has to go to Australia and talking about that and begging money, is not a question that I could answer. It's a question that I would ask Johnny Greaves also. Because as the CEO of Cricket West Indies, Johnny Greaves, if he works his salary, must be coming up with ideas and ways and implementing measures for Cricket West Indies to be financially sustainable rather than going to Australia to beg money. Orlando Paul, I think the Barbadian Prime Minister spoke on the behalf of all of the Caribbean. Yes, Orlando Paul, I think she did. And as a result of her putting down her feet and telling the ICC and CWI that no, what you're doing is foolishness. What you're doing is unsatisfactory. As a result of this honorable lady putting down her feet, tickets will be available at the ground. Maybe, as I said, not on the day of the match, but tickets will be available in all of the countries in the Caribbean that are hosting World Cup match. Supernova 22 tried to get tickets last week online and kept being denied. Seems to me like the World Cup was being marketed for outside tourists and not locals. I'm very happy about what my Prime Minister said. I am too happy, Supernova 22. I find it shameful that the Caribbean people didn't have first pick for the tickets in our own backyard. I understand we want grounds full, and that includes the world, but we should have first grab. I am so happy with that statement, Supernova 22. I could not have said it better, but I must say that I agree with you 100%. A number of times you would have made comments and I would agree with you probably 90%, 95%, maybe don't agree, maybe agree 50%. But on this occasion, I agree with that statement 100%. Supernova, well said. Thank you. I hope there is at least 5,000 tickets for locals from each nation. Then, according to Lynch, and this is what Lynch is saying, we will be asking for statistics to tell us how many people went online from the Caribbean, how many people were denied through the ballot. Once we get those statistics, we're going to create some mechanism. So I'm thinking that once those numbers are revealed, once those data are revealed, that they will make as close as possible the number allocated to the people of the Caribbean. I cannot tell you how impressed I am with the Barbados Prime Minister for shining our light so brightly and just putting to bed this issue. A number of us in the Caribbean were beginning to feel like we are not a part of the World Cup. We were beginning to feel like we were begging to be a part of it, although it is our taxpayers' dollars that were facilitating the process. We in the Caribbean were the ones who were denying privilege to play at the Guyana National Stadium at this time, at the Kensington Oval at this time, and the other grounds around the Caribbean in St. Lucia, and at the Sir Vivian Richards Stadium. We were denied to play there to facilitate the World Cup. Our taxpayers' dollars were being used to facilitate the World Cup. And it comes across like we were being left out. But that wonderful lady, I do not know her. I've never met her. put down our feet and said, this has to happen, else Barbados will not be facilitating it. As a result, all the other 6 territories in the Caribbean will have tickets being sold physically at the ticket booth. Thank you very much. I thank you very much for being here. Have a wonderful day. God bless you. Take care of yourself and your loved ones.